I found you by the side of the road, in the middle of nowhere. Was there an accident? Did someone try to hurt you?
Everything started with something, with this idea of a guardian angel. I mean, that is a very known thing, but it was also, I was always fascinated by people talking to no one, I mean, talking to someone invisible. And everything started thinking like, what if these people talking to no one were actually talking to someone we can't see? And this is how pretty much everything started. So I invented this young girl. Jody was a link with this entity, and only she can feel his presence and talk to him and see through his eyes. And they have this very close relationship. And it's very interesting because having a relationship with an entity can be a very cool thing because it allows you to do incredible stuff, but at the same time, it can be something really annoying and really problematic in many ways.
You must have family, friends, someone who could tell me who you are.
There are different themes in Beyond. It's about growing. It's about, because the game takes place through 15 years of the life of Jodie. So you will see how she goes from being a little girl to being a teenager to being a young adult. And you will see how different moments in her life will make her who she is as an adult. So it's about growing, it's about evolving, it's about learning, it's about accepting yourself as you are, even if you are different. And it's also about death. I've not talked much about it, but it's this entity lives between our world and the other side. And this other side, what lies beyond, is as an incredibly important part in the story. It's really about what's after death. It's about separation. It's about mourning. It's about all those things. We were really happy with Heavy Rain, with how the game looked like in the end, but at the same time, we had some things that we wanted to do that we couldn't, and we wanted to improve lighting in general, how many lights we could have, how materials would react. If you have a wooden surface, for example, or an iron surface, they don't reflect the light the same way. So we wanted to create materials that would reflect the light in a physically correct way. We wanted also to improve skin shaders and eye shaders so they would look even better than in Heavy Rain. We also wanted to improve what we call depth of field. It's the fact that from distance things become blurry. And that's very important. It really brings a lot of realism to the scenes. All these tiny things that maybe no one will identify looking at the game, but I think it plays a major role in how the game looks today. When I write a script, what I'm used to do is very early on to choose to pick up on the net an image, a picture from an existing actor, just to put a face on my characters. And usually it helps me to feel who they are and how they would react. And the first image I picked up was a picture of Ellen Page. And I started really writing and realizing at some point that I was writing for Ellen, really as if I had her on this project very early on, which was not the case. So, but the character I wrote looked so much like her, well, what I know from her, what I feel from the movies, of course. So when we were done with the script, we started thinking about who we could get for this role, and we're not especially looking for a big name or anyone famous just for the sake of being famous. We were looking for the right actress for the role, and it was a very important role, because if you got the wrong person for this, then everything is, you know, pretty much fucked up. So you need to find the right person. And I just said, well, I'm thinking about Ellen since pretty much day one, since the first line of the script, so maybe we should just try, and you never know. You know, in the past I worked with David Bowie, so I know by experience that you never know. So we just sent the script to Ellen's agent and did a nice package with a copy of Heavy Rain, some reviews, and of course the script of Beyond, and explaining what working on Beyond would mean for Ellen. And we've been very clear and very honest from day one with us, saying this is not about coming to a sound booth and doing a couple of voices over. This is going to be a lot of work. It's going to be much more physical than movies, and it's going to be quite intense and quite difficult and challenging, and you'll have hundreds of pages to learn by heart, and blah blah blah. So it was really like not sure she's going to accept, but at least we wanted to be honest from up front. And her agent came back saying, yeah, Ellen could be, she really liked the script and she could be interested in being a part of this. So we agreed to meet here in LA. That was last year, just before E3. And we met with Ellen in a bar, and when I saw her coming to our table, I from distance, I was really amazed, because when I saw her, I really thought, wow, that's Jodie Holmes, that's my character. And it's like, you know, this magic thing, like if you're a writer and you suddenly see your character appearing in front of you, it's like, it was this kind of magic. So we talked for an hour, and she was just charming and absolutely amazing. So I really felt she was my character. So she went back to her agent and she said, okay, I'm happy to do it. So then we met again, we rehearsed, we talked about the characters, we worked very hard, and then we shot. That's the story.
That's her! That's her! She's getting away!
Tell them to leave me the fuck alone, because next time, I'll kill everyone.